Now we have the Water Buffalo laid out here. So you're going to take the main body part with the tail, blue dragonfly that we glued, should be obvious, put that there. You may recognize now at the bottom all those little hands that are holding. It's like we used on the grass that will hold the pieces from falling. So you want to grab the more round pieces. Don't worry about the long pieces. Think of it as ribs. We're going to be putting the ribs into here. So we're doing the round part of the water buffalo and not the long part. All these, just like other ones, will be smooth on one side and rough on the other. We want the rough side facing up. If you look close, there'll be a 1. This piece that's shaped the biggest one will have a 1 right here. You can look for that. This piece has a number 2 cut out. It's really small. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. They're all cut out in the lower left-hand corner so you can see when you put the rough side up. And all the numbers are facing the right way so you can read them. So they are important that the ones are faced the right way, not upside down. So, on your main body, you'll see a number 1 on the front. So number 1 will go here, number 2 will go here, 3, 4, 5. Here's a 6 to help guide you. 6th one will go in here, and number 7 will be the last one. Doesn't matter if you start from the front to the back. What matters is we're doing the center slot. So number 7 is the center slot. Center, 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 center. This one, we'll take a quick look at the end here. I believe it's this one right here, but let me verify. So you pick up your piece, and you want your center slot there. Put them up there. And then you can pull right angle and get them in that little tab there. Now the piece won't fall out. You can fold it over and hold it in your hand if you want. Next one, again, make sure all the rough sides face up or face towards the front. You'll have kind of legs. One part will go down, one will go down on the other one. Those are legs that go down to hold the legs, so you know your one leg is in front of the other. Don't think these have to go on the same side. As long as the rough sides are up, that's all that matters. You notice the center channel, because on the opposite side we'll have the little spot for the little arm to grab. I'm just taking this, I'm putting it in, I'm turning it just a little bit like this, and that gets away from the arm, and I can slide it back into the arm. So that's how I'm kind of pulling this to the side, and then there's room to come back and hit the arm. If that makes sense. Middle slot, look for the small arm slot for it to hold the arm to. There we go. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1, yep, it was that slot we're talking about, and here's the clue because there's the arm to hold the piece. So we have that all set up for you. Kind of visualize the shape of the water buffalo a little bit. All the pieces are secure and locked in. All the hands are grabbed properly. So let's set this aside for a second. You can put your finger down and have them all face the same way here. Lay flat. And we'll grab the other long parts and get those set up and put those in for you. Okay, so we have your horns, a supported nose, and the piece that we glued from before. We'll get to those when the cows, the water buffalo's done. We have these 4 pieces. There's a dragonfly stamped out here and here. These will be on the very, very outside. They're the smallest pieces. So set those aside. Now we got these other 2 pieces. These are the next closest to the middle. The one piece that's a little bit longer than the other one, you can see, and the one channel has a little notch for an arm to hold it. See how that channel lines up with a little notch there? So that one is the bigger one, and this is the right side of the backbone, and this will be the left. So let's work on this one first. So you see we're going to be going like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So lots of weaving up, down, to feed this in here. So have your blue dragonfly in the front, and all the weaving's going to be the closest channel to the center. So we're going to go down into this channel on that piece. The next piece we're going to go up. The third piece we're going to go down. Let's start from the back here. And the last channel, it goes down right here. This is like the grass. It's going to be a little bit frustrating until you can figure it out maybe. Down. So, see how that goes? Next one will go on the next piece, and that will go up. So you may have to grab the paper, do some twisting, and pinning the paper back. Get that tab over the top, see? You don't want to fold the paper, just be gentle. Bend both pieces equally. Now grab the next piece that's closest. Twist this up, twist this one over. Almost, there we go. It'll start to get easier as you start to get structure. You'll know it's the right piece in the right slot. Twist this. And grab that one and twist into it. There we go. Feel free to go as fast as you want. I'm just going slow. It's kind of like riding a bike. Once you get the concept, you get it. But the first time getting it could be difficult. Now again, towards the front. Be patient. You don't want to crease the paper. You want to keep it strong. And now the last piece. Now we have the one piece with the arm slot that didn't get used because that's going to be for the head. That's why we start with the back here, because I didn't want anybody to get confused and put this one in the first one. So now let's turn them and put the dragonfly on this side, and we're going to do the left side of the body. And we're going to grab this piece. The rough side goes out, the texture. And it looks like this piece, we need a slot that goes down. So that does not line up. Let's turn it around. It looks like it lines up. And you got the rough side out, so you got great texture. And just repeat what you did the other side. Up, down, up, down. Ooh. This one's a little bit tough. This one you had a whole leg to move, so that was really deep. Lots of bending. I think you guys are doing a good job. This one made it a little bit easier with some of the legs. We got a bunch of channels just facing the same direction going up. Like 2 in a row. That may throw you for a loop. If you push them in deep each time, when you go to the next one, it'll be easier. Okay, let's get this next one in here. Who knew you could twist paper so much and still have it keep? My fingers came out with all that pushing around. Fix that and keep the structure good. Okay, we got two more twists, and one more big one here. So see how I bent it to make lots of room. Just gotta bend it where you can find the most amount of room to put stuff. Straighten each one up as you go. Now just a little baby bend here. And fold it down gently. We want to make sure everything's facing the same way. If something's caught and twisted, one of these legs are twisted or something, just get in there with the tweezer, make sure everything's nice crisscross pattern, you know, perfectly square and parallels. Then you should be able to push down each side you want really easy, and that will help align everything perfect. Okay, so now we're back to doing the right side of the water buffalo. We've got dragonfly on the head, tail, right side. Looks like this one will fit right in here. So next closest slot, really small, looks like about 1/8 of an inch. So it's not too far away. Don't be confused, because some of these, this only has, back on the tail here, this only has one slot. That's going to be for the leg. It has that special arm tab. So we're actually going to skip one from number 7, the butt, go number 6. It's going to be a normal channel. This outside row has a crazy leg. Put the legs in there with those arms. That look good. Dragonfly. Skipped one here. Channel faces the right way. Now we have to come up for next one closest to the body. If you're having some trouble, you can use some tweezers too, but you still want to get that hard crease in the paper. Nice and slow. Work it in there. Hold it down if you want, and that will help move it around. One last one to go for the closest slot right there. Skipped one right there. That's the last one, not the shoulder. Here we go. That makes more sense. Really small pieces. So, sides. Skip the first one, skip the butt. Fits in the first 5, the middle 5. That's the right side, left side. Let's see how this one's going to line up. Looks like there's no slot on number 7 on the butt. there is one number 6, so I'm going to repeat the same process. Popped out of the first one, that's okay. Alright. Let me switch it to the other side. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Oh, that paper's been tormented quite a bit, but you see, just be patient. There's no hard creases. There's a little bit of curve here and there. Now those curves will flatten out. So you got the butt done, sides done. Let's go ahead and give our buddy a head. So he's looking sideways to the right, so we'll put this in to the right. We got finger tab right here, first slot, and the right slot here just off to the middle. You have your first one with the finger tab. So it's not actually on the head here, it's already turned off to the side. So slide this bad boy in there. So the horns will be the next piece. It's actually a finger tab right here and a finger tab right here. This one's a little bit tricky. You're going to have to slide it down the next slot, finger tab there, and the piece right next to it on this side of the head, slide and finger tab in. And you want the texture to come out. It just looks better with the texture out is all. So you can fold it down flat. That'll help kind of line those up. So you can push this in. It's giving you a little bit of struggle to get it started. You got those two finger tabs. You can pull one up on top. Okay. Pull the other one on the other side. Once you get the two finger tabs cleared, we'll drop down in the channel, and then you just have to get the finger tabs in those slots on both sides. There you go. This isn't no 8-second bull ride. Next piece only has one finger tab. Again, if you put the texture in front, your cow will look a little bit better. This one you have no choice. There's only one finger tab on one side, so you can't mess up even if you want to. Just pull that finger tab out after you get the channel started. so it clears. Finger tab in there. Pull a piece all the way down and flush. There you go. And then this gets glued in right there. We'll do the glue in a second here. That'll be a little touch-up glue. So now, you have your legs and your cow.